mute yourselves, everyone, until you have a question that you need to ask, if you would, and that would be easier. So that one. Let me just share my screen. Bobby, can I ask you to mute out just for a moment? Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot. Thank you.
Oh, don't worry, that's fine. So let me go to my ongoing. Oh, hang on a minute. Share my screen. So let's go to the slideshow. Oops, bear with. Okay, so this is the. She got defaults me. We'll keep trying. I don't know why. Everyone else has got on. 654. Sean's trying to get on but can't get on. Let me. Can someone just type into Messenger? Just put it. Go to zoom.us and then join with the meeting number. So that might be easier for you. Right, the 200% ECB. And this is, again, this is not for this month, it's for next month. So what you have to do is achieve this in December, and then it will be applied to everything that you do in January, which is amazing. We know we've just had a big 200% ECB last month, and congratulations to all of those who achieved a little bit extra. So well done, Bobby. I know for Bobby for sure. That was, you know, again, she worked so hard in getting those things and making sure that she achieved those. So that was good. But it's the 200% ECB is really important. And for this month, they have actually done something amazing. Normally it's 10 action points. And so that action points can be derived from either, you can see here, ultimate kit. You actually, if you sign someone up with an ultimate kit, you actually get, you're qualified already. So 6 action points will give you the action points you need. Now, normally you'd only get 3 for that. So they've improved that amazingly. Obviously an early Christmas present to us all. And then obviously the advanced partner kit gives you 2 action points. Health protocol kit gives you 2 action points. And the basic partner kit gives you 1 action point. So those are with the partner kits that are available. But you also can have an add-on kit. So there are certain add-on kits available for people if they want to have extra products, etc. And then obviously any of the customer acquisition, customer subscriptions will give you 1 action point. So it's a health protocol customer, so it's 3 products on the health protocol, would give you 3 action points. So you need two health protocols. So it's quite simple. You also have the option, and you don't have to make that decision right this minute. But if you get to the kind of the 31st of January, 31st of December, and you still haven't got all your action points in place, then there is an option to actually buy a restock kit or the Hanson Heidi ECB kit. Now those will also qualify you. So they're around about £329. Can't remember what that is in euros, so forgive me, Maura, and people in Spain, so forgive me for that. But it's one of those things that you actually can do if you don't achieve your 6 action points in the normal way. I would always recommend that wherever possible, try to get your 6 action points. You know, we're, kind of a quarter of the way through the month already. So that's 25% of December is gone. So we need to be aware of that. So the action points, those are the most important ones to concentrate on now to make sure that you're going to get your 6 action points by hook or by crook. And then we obviously have ongoing campaigns, and this is only till the end of December. So it's been from October the 1st to the end of December. So anyone who comes in as a partner, and it doesn't matter, oh, actually just Kelly's coming in, so bear with me. And it doesn't really matter you know, what product offering they have, but any of the partner kits, it will enable you to offer them that loyalty refund after 12 months, just as you get with the large kit normally, but it applies now to all of them. So no one's hindered, if you like, from not having the refund option. You need 25 customers within that 12-month period. And in 12 months, if you've done it in the 12th month and made sure that they're all active within that 12th month, you will end up with your refund at the end of the following month. So it's usually about 45 days after the end of your 12-month period. So that's another great thing to actually be promoting. But more importantly, one of the things at the moment, I think it might be on the next slide, bear with me a second. Oh, hang on a minute. No, it hasn't. Okay, yes, the enrollment bonus has increased. So normally we have 50 pay points when we have, you know, kind of new partners coming on board, enrollment partners. So anyone you'd have who qualifies with 200 credits and 4 customer points. So you sign a new partner, maybe with a package. It makes no difference which package it is, but as long as they have 200 credits and they have their 4 customer points, then you, instead of being paid 50 pay points, would be paid now 100 pay points. So it's increasing your volume too. So increasing that commission by 100%, which is fantastic. That's for the next 5 months, which again, quite incredible that they're actually doing that. That ends at the end of April. So it's already been in place since November. It ends in April. Okay, so this is a coffee sales one. We have a campaign. I personally don't think that that's a thing that we need to discuss here, because, you know, it's a, yeah, we don't have the coffee sales here. Okay, Liz just coming in. So this is one of the things. We have the director trip. So every time you qualify for a position within your business, or you get some action points from customers and things like that, that will give you different amounts for the director trip. So you can, as long as you've got 160 amounts within the within that thing, you will actually go on the director trip. And the next one is in Lanzarote, and apparently it's a really swish kind of 6-star, 5-6-star venue. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So it's and it's all expenses paid for 6-7 days. I think it's fantastic. Obviously, first time, if you get to director, you'll automatically qualify for it. And so I've just qualified for the one in Mexico when we went director in October. So very pleased about that. Looking forward to going in April. If you reach top team 200, so that's, you know, we've got a couple of people who I know that one lady, Karen, who's gone top team already, but if she goes top team 200, then she will get that holiday as well, free of charge. And so it's a good thing to aim for. As I say, you can do it by reaching the 116 director trip points as well. Obviously, we've got different things. So you get different things for when you, so director, you get 15 DT points. Obviously, I've now got to qualify for the 2024 one. So I would need to be able to do that. And so it's just adding up, and you can go into your back office and you can go to the director trip and you can see how much you need to do and where you're getting the volume from.
If you want.
Angus, could you mute yourself, please?
Sorry.
That's all right, don't worry. So that's there. The ambassador trip, well, again, you qualified. So we're looking a little bit higher. So that's, hopefully I will be on that next year, not this year coming, but I think then the following year. But it's one of the trips that they do. So there's lots of things going on. So let me also tell you about the other part of the campaigns which are available. And again, we know that the ultimate campaign is the normal refund option. So that refund option is designed to, if you've got 25 customers at the end of your 12th month, you would get that. But in addition, for anyone who purchases an ultimate pack before the end of this year, so until the 31st of December, it will qualify you to get, for every month's auto ship, you will be sent a test. You'll be sent a vitamin D test, the next one will be a balance test, and the next one will be the HbA1c test. So it's additional 600 euros, or around about £550, that you're actually getting just because you purchased that ultimate kit. So it's a really good one to actually have, and there's no reason why, if you wanted to purchase one yourself, you're more than happy to do that, more than able to do that, and then obviously redo your 25. You'll get the refund option, plus you'll get all the extra as well. So it's a really exciting exciting campaign. So, you know, kind of all I can urge you to do, and I've done some of the people's goal and action plan for the month. I've done Boba, I've done Romana, I've done, who else have I done? Ruth. It's just really making sure that you kind of focus on what you need to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, because step by step you'll get to where you want to be. I think that's me done now. Nige, I know you wanted to cover some stuff. We can't hear you, my darling.
I know. I wasn't saying anything. I was just going like this.
Yeah.
However, yeah, I want to cover a little bit about this subject, because even though most of us are on the call with I think we've been in for a while, it bears repetition, because this is the simple building block of the way Zinzino's plan actually is structured. And it's quite deliberate, because it's effectively a multiplication exercise. And one of the things that people feel, it seems to me people feel challenged with, is the idea of some of these much bigger ranks, way up the tree. You know, you start to talk about Black Crown or Ambassador or President, and people go, bleh. But actually it's just a numbers game again. And these guys who've achieved those ranks already have simply done so on the back of this duplication process. And we all know the basics of networking is invite, present, and follow up. And doing that numbers of times eventually builds the beginning of a business. Some of those people do the same thing, and this is the duplication activity. So what we need to be clear on is, from a goal point of view, is what do I need to do in order to progress the ranks? Because actually the rank goal isn't the important bit. It's what work are you doing to create the next silver, which is the important bit. Because that silver in turn will build you towards that rank. So, and the rank advancement is actually a side effect of the activity. It's not the activity. Now you have Sue and I are we're going to go Crown in this coming year. My personal goal for the year, to the end of the year, is to get to Black Crown by the end of it. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, the reason why I'm talking about this now is because I went through this process in order to work out what it is that we need to do to get to that point. And it's actually quite straightforward, because, excuse me, the compensation plan, which you can all get access to, can you see that now, where it says Crown? Can you see that bit, Sue, or am I not sharing the right one?
Could you, no, you're on silver.
I'll reshare, hang on a second, I'll share again with the compensation plan page. Just bear with me a second here. Can you see that now?
Yes.
So this is the page on which Royal Crown is actually on. Now our next real step is Crown. So what do we have to do to reach Crown? Well, X Team, you all know what X Team is. 10 customers, at least 10 subscriptions, 48,000 in credits per calendar month, and you become a Crown. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Well, what does 48,000 credits look like in reality? Well, it's lots and lots and lots of people. being built up from silvers upwards. So let me go back to share that screen, because that's the key one. Excuse me. We'll talk about silvers, because this is achievable for pretty much anyone relatively rapidly. And the plan actually encourages this achievement.
Please, Nige. So just
Say again?
can you use slideshow so that you get the full screen?
Hang on a second. There you go.
Thank you.
Got it now? Yeah, okay. The plan says that if you go fast silver in your first 30 days, you actually don't have to do the 750 credits. You can get there on 375. So you get the rank, but then requalifying the following month still then requires 750. So this is the key number that we're talking about. So 750 credits, divide 48,000 by 750. I can't do it off the top of my head, but that'll tell you how many silvers you need in your organization. And it'll seem like quite a lot. It's actually not that many when you think about it. Hang on a minute. I'll find my calculation, I'll tell you. 48.
64.
64 silvers. It's exactly 64 silvers in your organization. So how do you get 64 silvers? Well, you can do it all on your own, but it's much better to do it with other people, because that way round, you're duplicating the activity. Now, by you understanding this and actually working this formula, just creating silvers, inevitably you must end up at crown. And if you go on doing that, you will inevitably end up at whatever rank you choose to by the work you're doing. Now here, however, is the secret in all this, because guess what? Of those 64, some of them are going to go to work quite hard. And that 64 becomes 128, and 128 becomes 256, and you end up at Marco's position. Actually, I'm sure he's got more than that in his organization overall. But my point here is it's that activity it's this activity and the duplication of this activity that creates the position and the income that goes with that position. So what does it take to get 750 credits? Well, let's just put this thought in. If we look at this picture here, where you are at the top and you've sponsored, remember, we only have two lines of business, A and B in this instance. We find two partners who want to build an organization for themselves. It may not be the first two people you sponsor. It very often isn't. But because we only have two legs, our next sponsorship ends up down below either A or B, depending on what you decide. Bear in mind that the right side of this business is also the one that your sponsor is likely to be working. So you find that people appear in your organization from your upline, which you haven't actually sponsored yourself, but you get the benefit of the volume. And this is the important thing. So if Sue and I sponsor someone on the left side of this as a business, and some of you have been have experienced this already, because that person's volume, if we put an ultimate in at the bottom of the right side of the business, it cascades up, or it trickles up, whichever way you like to look at it, through every single person in that straight line back to us. So we pick up the 750 credits. And, oh, sorry, we pick up the 150 credits for an ultimate partner kit. So do you in the left side of your business. You, the team, or your personal side, sorry, in the right side of your business, on your personal side, your left leg, that's the one where you balance things out. Because it's a dual tree, if you like, the two sides of the business. It's two on one side and one on the other. Now, invariably, the team leg, the one that's got the most people in it, is the one that has the 2/3 of the volume necessary. So if you have more than 500 points going through your business already, you only need to find 250 on the one side in order to qualify at silver. It's relatively straightforward to do, 50 customer points. If you've if you're sponsoring, then that's a partner pack basically, and you're finding one new partner in a month at the lowest level of entry, and it can qualify you in order to get you qualified at silver. So this is the building block. So if I go on to the next slide on here, you will see the way this builds up, because 4 silvers takes you to executive. Inevitability, if you go on finding your silvers, will take you to executive. 4 executives takes you to diamond. And guess what? By the same logic, 4 diamonds takes you to crown. So it's all about taking it from square one, helping someone become a silver as fast as is possible in order to prove a couple of things. One is that the business works. 2 is it gives them confidence in their ability to generate that. And 3 is ultimately someone qualifying, requalifying at silver eventually takes you to crown. As long as you've gone on doing it. And of course, beyond that step, we don't illustrate it, but beyond that step is Royal Crown, Black Crown, then Ambassador. And you know that Dave's just gone Ambassador. So he's just over halfway up the tree. That's where I'm currently planning to be Black Crown, for us to be Black Crown by the end of next year. We've got a pretty decent chance of making Ambassador, but I'm hedging my bets a bit at the moment. Because it's
that comfort zone.
Well, no, I'll feel more comfortable about it after the end of January. I can tell you, I'll have a much better idea by the end of January. So it might get modified in January. However, we've already set our goals for next year. We know what we're going for. And as far as Enzino is concerned, there's other personal stuff, of course, which we undertake as well. But relating to Enzino alone, it's all this. It's all about this. Now, when it comes to the goal itself, some of you know I've done a bit of this stuff in the past in terms of goal setting and how you do it. Well, really, it starts with a concept for yourself about where you want to end up in your life. Ultimately, it's the vision board. And what's on your vision board? Who are you? What do you want to be? What do you what makes you feel great? What would make you feel great once you get to the goal you've set for yourself? Do you write it down? Do you express it in the right way? Have you made a choice? Do you know what you want, really? Because by knowing what you want, it's much easier to get it. By not knowing what you want, you tend to end up getting stuff for other people. Because, for example, let me stop sharing. If you're working for a living, then you're working someone else's goal and you're exchanging your time for money. If you're building an organization like a Enzino organization, then it ultimately, if you do it in the right way, it'll deliver whatever you want, because it's not dependent on your time for effort. You're not exchanging your time for money. Well, indirectly you are. And the reason why I say that is because as your organization gets bigger, the income that's generated from it is not entirely dependent on your effort. Think about it like this. If you're putting 5 hours or 10 hours a week into your Enzino organizational development, then that's the time you're exchanging for the rewards you get from it. If I have 5 other people doing the same thing, then there's 50 hours a week of effort contributing to my income. And if I don't work that week, it doesn't stop because they're still doing it. They're all independent businesses, but I get an override for the fact that I've helped to support and develop their organizations with them. And that's the essence of networking. It's a beautiful concept, because if you help enough people to get what they want, you get what you want. It's what I was saying earlier about the side effect of silver. It'll ultimately take you wherever you want to end up, as long as you're doing the basic work. So what does it take to get to silver? It takes 750 points. It's a few people and some subscribed customers, 10 at X Team, 25 preferably at A team in order to get the residual credit bonus, which kicks in. So if you've got 4 people doing 25 customers, you're picking up the override income on 100 customers. That's the beauty of Zinzino. It's the subscription model that gives you a regular, steadily building business, an organization on which you're rewarded continually. So what's your goal? I'm asking you to ask yourself what your goal is for next year. What do you want to achieve next year? And break it back down into the activity that's necessary in order to make that happen. And then I write it down. Actually, I've just finished reviewing this. Oh, you can't read it, can you? Is it mirrored or not?
No, scripting the way the life you want.
That's it. Bye.
Can't read that.
You might want to, sorry, got my fingers in the way. Royce Christian.
Royce Christian.
Tin,
Sorry.
T-Y-N. Royce Christian. It's an absolutely, it's a bit schmaltzy in places. He's got an interesting style about him. He's gay, which might say something. That's no criticism, by the way. I'm, each to their own. However, it's a really good read, and it's a very powerful expression of the connection between conscious and subconscious. And effectively, what you feel inside is what you do. And I've just finished reading, because it's only about 30 pages, this book, which was written a long time ago.
Feeling the Secret.
Yeah. By Neville Goddard.
Yeah.
And he essentially talks about the conscious and subconscious again in terms of yin and yang, or male and female. Male being conscious and subconscious being female. It's the subconscious element that does the work. All females know that, of course. This is there to serve the lazy man. He talks about the connection, making the connection between conscious and subconscious in a way which allows the feeling to drive the activity. That's exactly what happens. The more science there is on this psychologically, we understand it much better about why people achieve things when they're engaged in it from an emotional level. Things happen that wouldn't ordinarily happen. And they're 2 really great books. So the goal, it's all very well saying, I want to be there, but unless you feel you can actually achieve it and you reach for it, then it won't happen anyway. It'll remain as a dream, because you don't do the work to get to it. So it's the strength of the feeling you have about it that actually drives you towards the action necessary to do it. So from the Zinzino perspective, it's not so much making the money that matters. For a lot of people, it does matter, but it's a side effect of the activity. It's not the activity. It's what that money delivers that's important. It's the choices you have to choose to do whatever it is you want to do with that level of income. And it's like a friend of mine always used to say, money doesn't make you happy, but it gives you the wherewithal to drive around in comfort looking for it. Well, it does, doesn't it? It's not, money's not the be all and end all at all. It's what it allows you to do. And that could be, you could exercise whatever choice you have on it. You buy a big car or give some of it away. It's all to do with whatever's going on in here at the end of the day. It's the heart that makes the difference. So I would encourage you to sit down and think long and hard about what you want to actually have next year and set the goal to achieve it. It doesn't matter whether it is Zinzino or not. What matters is what sings to you, what makes you feel great, what makes you feel like you really want. You got to have that, because that's what will make you do the work. So if your heart's in Zinzino because it's helping other people, which it is significantly, we know that from story after story after story after story. This is something we should be sharing with people because it benefits pretty much everybody, in my experience. And that's something that's important to you. Then helping more people can only be a good thing. And that in turn helps you to get whatever it is you want out of it. particularly from an income point of view. And incomes, as we know, are squeezed right now. And making a little bit of extra is quite an important process for a lot of people. So this is an opportunity as much as it is a product that drives better health. And Zinzino has set itself up in this last few months to recruit a lot more people. That's why it's doing this 200% ECB campaign, for example, because instead of an ultimate kit being 150 points towards your 750 to get to silver, it becomes 450 points. So if you have a left leg that's got people in it and the 500's already generated during January, and you are 200% ECB qualified, one ultimate kit partner will take you through silver as a rank. And it's only 50 short of being gold.
Yeah.
So rank up in January is very, very straightforward if you're finding some new partners, particularly at the ultimate level. And there are lots of people out there who are, looking for opportunity. There are lots of practitioners out there who are probably not struggling too much to get customers or clients, because let's face it, the health of the nation's not great. But solidifying income with extra subscription income through Zinzino products is something that's very attractive to a lot of people. Because again, if they're in practice for themselves, they're working, exchanging time for money, essentially, then if they stop, then their income stops. Zinzino, you've got 100 customers all on subscription, you take a month off, you're still getting the subscription income. And if you've got 1,000 customers through, or 10,000 customers through, and a whole raft of partners who are doing it for their own reasons, then there are great examples in our sponsorship line of people you don't know about, who are never on stage, you never know who they are, who are making an absolute fortune and doing nothing for it now, just like the royalty income, for someone who writes a song. And they're picking up tens of thousands of euros a month because they triggered an organizational development that put thousands of people in their organization and thousands of customers. And they're never seen on stage anymore. One guy, forgotten, Camilla Steen's sponsor is
Milton.
No, it's someone else further up then who's never been to we've never seen them at a Globen, and yet they're in our upline.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for it, but he gets paid a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it does. He did do something for it.
Yeah,
he caused this whole organization to exist. And that's my point. And the fact he's chosen now to retire effectively is reaping the reward of doing it.
Yeah.
And he's clearly quite happy doing whatever he's doing outside of building a Zinzino business now, because he doesn't need to. So my point is, think about what you'd really like, where you'd like to be in Zinzino, particularly from this perspective. Share that with us. The reason why I'm asking you to do that is because we can help you get there. And it's our job to do that, because your success is also our success. So it pays us to help you get there as fast as you want to. And that just, that means using, and pardon me for saying it this way, but using and abusing us, because it's, we've got the experience, we know what to do, we can help you fast track the activity, and get there more quickly, effectively, and more confidently. Because if you struggle with some of the things that you need to do, then we can help you overcome that struggle, because we've been there before and we've done it before. And it's our job to help you pick up the skills and the knowledge to get you to the point you want to be at as fast as is possible. So, and I'm not saying be realistic about your goals either, particularly. I'm saying think out what you want, because knowing what you want, then you can build a plan around how to get to it. And we'll help you to do that as well. It's one of the reasons why Sue over recent months has been doing the monthly goal plan with everybody, or as many as wish to.
Yeah.
In order
I'm still waiting for a lot of people to come back to me. I know I've got a couple booked for tomorrow, But if you need me to help you go through yours, then you need to reach out. So it's, you know, kind of, I'm happy to do that, but reach out and we'll book a time. But that should be really done within the first 24 hours of the day of the month.
Yeah.
We're now a week into it. So, you know, it's kind of lagging behind a bit, but I've done three or four so far. So it's if you want me to do that with you, then reach out to me, you know, just message me privately and we'll put an appointment together to do that. But you know, once you know how to do it yourself, you can do it yourself. So it's just learning the basics of how to do it and how to assess what you've got to do. But it is important because, as I said to someone yesterday who said, well, why do I need to do this? And I said, because you need a roadmap of where you're going. If you don't have the roadmap, then you'll wander around in circles aimlessly. So it's you know, kind of, and then last minute of the month, what have I got to do? Which is not good, because then that puts pressure on everyone else. You're like, oh my goodness, you know, kind of jumping hoops on the last day. So it's trying to do it beforehand so that you can do it bit by bit. So you've got, you know, 4 weeks in a month, and you can address each week. We get paid weekly on our customers, so we know that there's income there on the customer basis if you're doing that. And that's powerful to be able to show someone, really powerful. You know, kind of putting people on. I've been putting quite a lot of people in Croatia for Bobby, and she's astounding me that she's actually got so many people in a country that really haven't got a high income, but they're going for health protocol because they see the sense behind it, because they're interested in looking after their health. So it's there are people out there who are interested in doing it. And in fact, we had one guy I think I might have said this last week, who came in on a health protocol and Viva and paid the whole lot up front, the whole lot. So it was over €1,000 up front, which is, he said, oh, I haven't got time to do all the, you know, subscription lark. He said, I'll just do it all at once. So it's you know, it is possible to do it, but it's reaching out to the people you know that are in the pipeline. Try and get those 6 points for you. I think that, you know, that's going back to that. It's the most important task you have. You know, we know that Christmas is a time for meeting up with families probably, and being with families and friends, etc. Not in every case, and I know that, you know, kind of Romana doesn't celebrate Christmas, and nor does Sabine, and nor does Bobby. But so that is, you know, kind of that's their. But I'm sure they'll be meeting people though, and meeting them socially over the holiday season. So that's the time to kind of talk to people and make sure that they, you know, kind of, you make sure you question, is their health important to them? It's really important now. It's so important nowadays. And anyone want to unmute and ask any questions? I think that's important. No one. God, that was it. Oh, Dermot, what can we do for you, Dermot?
Sean, is having problems getting on.
I know. I've already messaged.
You've seen that.
I've messaged him and I've said, you know, I'll send him the recording.
Good. And then I want to do the monthly prognosis and Sean as well.
Message me, please, privately, and then just in my WhatsApp, not the team WhatsApp.
No.
And then we'll organize a time.
Great. Okay.
Maura,
I have a question.
Yeah.
When they buy a lower price starter kit, they can upgrade in the next 6 months, right?
Yes.
So, and then after 12 months, after the 6 months, they get the refund, right?
No, it will be 6 months. It will be 12 months from, believe it will be 12 months from
That's what I understood with this writing. When you upgrade the next 6 months, then it takes another 12 months just to.
Yeah,
Otherwise, when they don't upgrade, they get the refund from what they have invested, right?
yeah. So they'll get the refund on the single pack, but if they're upgrading and it's done within the 6 months, I don't know.
I think another 12 months. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Also, it won't include, it's only the Ultimate that includes those extra, okay, battery's nearly dead, might get cut off. I'll chat tomorrow, Maura. So the other thing is that, you know, kind of the Ultimate pack, which gives the 6 tests on a monthly basis.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
That only is till the end of this year.
yeah.
Only
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's only for the end of the. Okay.
So again, Sabine, if you want to go through your goal and action plan, we can do that. Just message me when you've got some time and when you're available, and we'll fit you in. Romana, as I've already done, Liz and Angus I haven't done yet. So hope you're both well. Liz, I hope you're well.
Ooh.
We can't hear you. Oh, no, you've muted.
I'm muted.
We're both well.
Good.
We're both well. I've something wrong with my picture. I can't put my picture up for some reason.
I did wonder. I thought you were doing something behind. I thought you were in the kitchen cooking.
No,
We're watching every
doing.
minute.
No, I'm doing. Angus is out musicking. I'm doing my own supper tonight.
Excellent. All right. Well, listen, if there's no one got any more questions, then we'll kind of finish this up today, and we'll obviously speak when we can. I'll see you tomorrow, Maura, and I'll see you tomorrow, Kelly. And so look forward to seeing you all, and get those 6 action points. Get those 6 action points.
Okay, Sue, just a quickie. I missed some of this, but it is recorded. So when will I be able to watch the bits I missed?
Oh, I will send the recording in the group. I've got another one in just a few minutes, so I'll
Okay.
wait till it's uploaded, and then I'll put it in the.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Sue.
Okay. All right then. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Bye.